Hi there, welcome to Isle on Fly Tarot. I'm going to do a tarot card reading for Libra energy. And, we're going to read it from a couple different perspectives because people have free will. People can harness high vibe Libra energy, a more worldly focused Libra energy, or a much more shadowy Libra energy. So let's start out. Oh my goodness, we got a lot. But we have the Six of Cups, the Empress, the Queen of Cups, the Knight of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Hermit, and the Ten of Wands. I'm going to have to lay those down because it's so many. The reason this reading came out is because of the King of Swords, which is Libra energy. Okay, what do we think is just and fair? What is our truth? Well, some high vibe, people who harness high vibe Libra energy, they want to be in deep, meaningful relationships with people who are loving because they're someone who's connected in with their emotions and intuition, and they have done the work within themselves. The Empress, the feminines in tarot can represent our emotional state. They've done the emotional work within themselves to be emotionally balanced within themselves. And the Empress is like Libra Taurus energy. That's why it's about putting in the work and effort to emotionally be balanced within yourself. You've offset your fears, your insecurity, your pride, your ego, your more self centered, selfish, greedy nature, which is like our shadowy, worldly nature, with love. And you've put in the work and effort to offset that to be just and fair and balanced and loving in your life. And you want to work together with other people who've done that work within themselves. People who listen, I view the Queen of Cups, well, actually, the Six of Cups and the Queen of Cups is Scorpio energy. You want to be in relationships with people who listen to their intuition. And again, people who want to be in deep emotional relationships. And the Knight of Wands is people who are willing to look at life as an adventure to be lived. They're balanced. The Six of Pentacles, can talk about being balanced within yourself. Again, you've put in work and effort. That's Taurus energy. You've put in the work and effort to be emotionally balanced within yourself. Because that's just and fair, right? It's just and fair for you not to be tipped into your fear, your insecurity, your emotionally defensive, prideful, egotistical, selfish, greedy, immature nature. It's just and fair for people to put in work and effort to be bold and brave and confident enough to love themselves, to offset their more shadowy nature, to be balanced within themselves so that they can be in relationships where there's equal give and take. And where people do that work in the Four of Swords to heal from past pain and heartbreak. To give ourselves the things that we wish other people would have given us in the past, to not be in illusion and denial that, some people in our past weren't on the same page. Some people were, had their own issues. We had our own issues. We all had growing up to do. And at different times, we could have been more immature than other people. We could have been more selfish or more worldly, indulgent focused than other people at different times in our life. And we just accept the truth that everybody kind of was where they were at. And we give ourselves the things. That's the feminine energies are about giving ourselves also in high vibe, giving ourselves the things that we wish other people would have given us so that we can heal. Because if we don't heal from that past pain and heartbreak, I think we'll subconsciously be drawn to getting in relationship with some of the very people in our life who hurt us because it's kind of like we took it personally as a sense of our worth and value. They had their own issues. They could have been a little self-centered. They could have been a little defensive. They could have been a little self-centered, prideful, manipulative, whatever. If we don't heal from that and give ourselves the things we wish they would have given us, treating ourselves every day with love and respect and kindness and compassion, being our own best mother, father, coach voice in our own head, I think we'll be drawn and attracted to be in relationships with people like that again, because it's like we're still trying to make them love us and validate our worth and value. We can validate our own worth and value. And we can accept that some people just weren't on the same page as us. They were driven and motivated by other things in the world or other people. We just weren't on the same page, maybe. And in the Virgo energy, we go within to gain insight and understanding about the past. It's accepting that, that we could have dealt with some people who harness these energies in a shadowy way. We could have dealt with some people who, what they think in their Libra energy, and we all harness Libra energy, either high vibe, more worldly focus, or more shadowy focus. We could have dealt with some people in our life who kind of were emotionally cold and distant. We could have dealt with people who were kind of bossy and controlling. Kind of like, I'm the boss. You got to do what I say. If I say something's just and fair and right and truthful, you should go along with it. No questions asked, Don't even think of taking, in Ten of Wands energy, don't even think of taking some bold, brave, creative action on your own until you run it by me first. And some people who had been in relationships with people like that were hiding their Sagittarius energy, which is, but I want to look at life as an adventure to be lived. I have my own ideas. I have my own intuition. I have my own ideas of how I want to live life. And some people grew up in families or were in relationships with people who are like, you need to keep that hidden. We don't take bold, brave, confident action. We gotta, King of Swords and aligning with our more worldly nature can be, we have to conform to the world. We need to maintain a certain status and image in the world. You need to have this kind of job. You need to date these kind of people. You can't be bold and brave and creative and listen to your intuition. Who knows what the hell is going to happen if you go do that? We have an image to maintain. Some people could have dealt with people, in the past. Somebody could have dealt with someone who they viewed as being loving. The Empress can be like a mother figure, But maybe that person that we had love for is someone who never harnessed these energies in a high vibe way. Maybe they turn their back on listening more to their intuition. Maybe they harness shadowy Empress energy. Again, the King of Swords and the Empress energy are both Libra energy with Taurus energy thrown in there. And Taurus energy has to do with how we view life, how we view relationships, how we view the world. Some people could have been grown up with people that they loved, that they could have looked up to and respected and admired. But those people could have had a much more worldly view of life, that it is more about being practical and logical. Taurus energy and Libra both are kind of about surrounding yourself with luxury in life and putting in work and effort to be surrounded by luxury in life. Some people could have had a very worldly focus of life. And people turn their back on listening to their intuition and taking more bold, brave, confident action in their life. Some people kept repeating old patterns, and some of those people never healed from their past pain and heartbreak. And they hid living the life of their dreams because they felt they had to. We can get in families and grow up in family groups where people are like, nope, this is the way it's done. Nope, 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 nope. We don't take bold, brave, creative action. No, we don't even bother reflecting on the past. We don't ever heal from past pain and heartbreak and self-limiting beliefs. We just keep doing things the way we've always done it. And some people grew up in families like that, and they now turn their back on listening to their intuition. Some people could have grown up in families or cultures where they think that, their idea of the perfect relationship is where everybody lives more from their mind and their heart. Everybody hides their more creative, inspired nature. It's all about status and image and money and materialism. And those are the people we have sexual relationships with, because the wands can talk about that. And we try to get in relationships, maybe with people, for them to exchange the things of the world that they have with us. If we have money and they're loving, okay, let's swap. I'll give you things of my materialistic nature for you to invest in me. That makes logical sense. But it is, I don't want anybody to make In their mind, they think it makes logical, practical sense. But I live more from my mind than my heart. We should stay in this relationship because by worldly standards, it looks like we're getting along wonderfully. We have the stability and the security in life. We seem to be surrounded by a lot of stability and security. You should love me. I have money. I will have sex with you. And won't we all heal and hide from believing in our dreams that there's more to life than this? This makes logical, practical sense. And some of you could have been in relationships with people like that. And that's how they want to live their life. And if when you were in a relationship with someone like that, some people are motivated and inspired to heal from their past pain and heartbreak. Some people want to deal with their past pain and heartbreak, and some people don't. Some people want to overcome some of their fears and insecurities and self-limiting beliefs, and some people don't. Some people's truth is, I want to feel, I would kind of think, Libra is represented by the scales of justice. I would think to be at a place of peace within yourself means that you do have to gain insight and wisdom about those things that overwhelm you. Why do I have some fear and insecurity? Why do I not really believe in myself or not as confident as I think I would like to be? Or, why don't I take more bold, brave, confident action? Why don't I speak my truth? Why don't I take action in my life? Because the kings in tarot we all take action in the world in masculine energy, because people don't really know what's going on internally. That's why the queens can represent our emotional inter way of being. And we all take action in the world of masculine energy. Why aren't I taking action in the world based on what my truth is? Why am I afraid to hide that why do I maybe hide that I'm overwhelmed? Why don't I speak my truth about what my dreams are? Because the Ten of Wands can be about being overwhelmed. It can be all these things that we want to do in life that we're not doing, and we're not taking action on it like we'd like to, but we keep not doing it, or we feel overwhelmed in the world. Why aren't we speaking our truth and taking action in our life? If we are hiding that we feel overwhelmed, why aren't we taking action to tell people that I feel overwhelmed? Do I have things that I'm motivated and inspired by, but I hide that because that's not good for my ego or my image or my status? You know, some people want to be viewed a certain way in their Libra energy. I want people to look at me and view me as someone who's, maybe very logical and practical, and maybe for some people doing love isn't practical. And love sometimes really doesn't make sense, why you're really attracted to certain people and attracted maybe even to certain career fields. It's like, well, that doesn't seem, that's not what everyone else in the family is doing or the community. So anyway, I think high vibe people are listening to their intuition. And if there's people, the Knight of Wands, the Wands can talk about communication. If there's people in the world that they would like to, the Pentacles again, I would like to exchange time and energy with you in the 3D world, because the Pentacles also mean that. It's not just being in your emotions about it. It's not just being up in your head about it. It's actually taking action. And again, the masculine can talk about taking action. I want to communicate with someone because the swords can talk about communication, the wands can talk about communication. There is someone that I would like to communicate with, that I would like to have an equal exchange with. It could just be communicating. I would like to talk to you. I would like to be your friend. I would like us to exchange time, energy, and effort with each other. I would like to heal. I might have been hiding either that I've been overwhelmed because I haven't been communicating with you and we haven't been healing things, or I could have been hiding that I'm really attracted to you because Sagittarius energy can mean that kind of too. I've been hiding my more creative, inspired, intuitive, passionate nature, and it's been overwhelming. What about people in shadowy energy? I would think they would kind of be this Empress energy over here. They don't want to. Our shadow nature is kind of like our more fearful, insecure, emotionally defensive nature. And we as human beings, all of us can not like change, because change is scary. And some people who live more from their mind than their heart and they really don't tap into their more creative, inspired, intuitive nature might want to do things the way they've always done it. And that's what these cards can talk about. The Six of Cups can talk about this is how I grew up. This is how, I saw relationships play out. I don't ever put creative, inspired action on anything, put my own spin on it. If this is what I saw and this seemed to work out for people, that's what I'm going to do. If that's the way I grew up and that's how I saw people in my family live their life, that's what I'm going to do. It's just, the Ten of Wands is way over here, and the Hermit can talk about hiding it. Nope, there's things I've thought about that I'd like to change about that, because life is about evolving and changing. I'm going to take the things that I saw that I liked and I appreciated, but I'm going to add my own spin on it. Doesn't everybody grow up in families and in the world? And it's like, I would have done things differently. I wish some of my parents would have done things differently when I was growing up. I wish the world would have done things a little bit differently when I was growing up. There's things about it I like, but I have my own, having had my own life experience with it, there's things I would add to it. And some people are like, nope, nope, nope. And for some people, if they have a mother figure in their life that was very either controlling and snuffed out their more creative, inspired nature to step outside the box and be a little more creative, inspired in their life, to be a little more bold and brave and confident, some of them, it got completely snuffed out of their life and they never do anything more bold and brave and confident. People might judge us, right? And the King of Swords energy can be people who they have a certain image and status they want to maintain, male or female. And, if you step outside that box and you do anything outside of societal norms, people are going to judge you and you have an image to maintain. Maybe for some. Other people could have a mother figure in their life or someone they love who they have a deep emotional connection with, and that person is like, nope, you should keep doing things the way it is. And some people are like, if they say that's the truth, that's the truth. If that's the way they say things should be done, then that's the way things should be done. And they never listen to their intuition. They never take more bold, brave, confident action in their life. They never detach from that foundation, and maybe those people in their life, which could be their mother or other people in their life, they are their foundation. And they're maybe siblings and parents. And they never go live their own authentic life because those people probably provide them a sense of emotional balance or stability within them. And they've never learned to be more bold and brave and confident on their own, to exchange one foundation to start building upon their own foundation. And maybe seeing the truth that they have their own ideas about how living life, and their own passion and their own dreams. But sometimes I also view the King of Swords as like our inner narcissist. Some people have let their own inner narcissist, which is like their ego nature, run their life. We could get hurt doing that. Isn't that what people in our life told us? You should do what I tell you to do. I am the truth. I am the law. I make the rules. This is what's just and fair. And if you love me, you'll do what I say is just and fair. And some people are like, it's like robots. It's like, okay, is that what I'm supposed to do in my life? Okay. Is that what you say I should do? Okay. And I guess they'll keep doing it until it becomes overwhelming. They could have loving people in their life that wanted to move forward with them, to have be in relationship and have equal give and take, where people heal from the past and people gain insight and wisdom about the past so they can drop the burden and go on a new adventure in life, looking at life as an adventure to be lived. But in order to do that, you have to meditate in the Four Swords on the truth. If we're in our shadow energy and we're not being bold and brave and confident and listening to our intuition, why aren't we listening to our intuition? Do we have other people in our life who are trying to manipulate and control us? Do we have other people playing on our fear and our insecurity and our codependency, our lust, our greed, to stop us from living our truth, to speaking our truth? Some reason some people aren't moving forward, living the life they deserve to live, is because they would have to speak their truth. And that could be the scariest thing ever. And I think some of the people who aren't living their life authentically are probably really overwhelmed. Some. And then there's some people that are very prideful, egotistical, and materialistic. And that's how they want to live their life. I don't even have an interest in living my life that way. This is my truth. I want to work together with people who are willing to work with me, live life the way I've lived it, don't have any greater aspirations in life. There is no higher truth or justice, maybe, than aligning with our more worldly nature. It is all about having money and status and image. And we should be happy to be in a relationship with them, living a life like that, because they think they're God. And if they have money and status and image and power and influence, you should be happy to be in a relationship with them. Some of them think, and that's how they view life. Some of them think they are God. King of Swords can be, I'm the boss. If I say something's just and fair, it's just and fair. No, I do not listen to my intuition. No, I do not take bold, brave, confident action in my life. No, I don't ever heal from my past pain and heartbreak. No, I hide that I'm overwhelmed. Some people hide that they're immature players. And if there's someone they can go take action towards who seems to be loving, if there's someone who lives from their mind, are they someone who will exchange time, energy, and effort with me and love me and nurture me, but I don't ever have to heal? I don't ever have to deal with the things I keep hidden, which is maybe that I'm overwhelmed or that I'm an immature player and they're willing to indulge me being an immature player and maybe being bossy and controlling and, materialistically focused. Well, if they can find someone, that would be like a parent indulging a child. I don't want to grow up. I don't want to deal with my fears, my insecurities, my pride, my ego, my maybe more immature, self-centered ways of being. Are you going to love me like a mother would? That would be, every relationship has to be balanced, right? Is what I've concluded. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think the divine maintains things in balance. And if you're in a relationship with someone, okay, here's the scales of justice represented by Libra. If one person's in shadowy energy, you have to be in shadowy energy with them. And you have to have the same, just like we do in relationships. At different times, we, throughout our life, got in relationships with people. We were kind of on the same page. We all might have had some fears, some insecurities. We might have been immature. We might have been impulsive or whatever. And we keep living our life that way until someone in the relationship decides that, I need to grow up and mature. I'm not really enjoying my life. It's getting me in trouble or whatever, that I'm going to live my life a little differently. Well, then we're kind of like not on the same page. And then generally the relationships can separate, if it's just a friendship thing. If it's a relationship, a romantic relationship, well, there's going to be some tension and conflict in the relationship because you want the other person to shed some of their more immature, impulsive, reckless ways of being to be kind of on the same page as you. Because otherwise, you have to keep enabling them being the way they are, and you're really not on the same page as them. And some people, that's their ideal relationship. Let's do everything the way it was like when I was growing up. You indulge me as like a mother would, and I'm going to be maybe emotionally detached, maybe kind of cold, maybe kind of bossy and controlling. It's my way or the highway. I make the rules, male or female, male or female. I want to be indulged in a relationship. I want it to be like when I was growing up. I don't want to have to change anything. Some people had parents who indulged them, never having to grow and mature themselves. Or some people get to a certain age and they're like, oh, look, I have status and image or money and materialism. I seem to have whatever. I'm done. I've reached it. There is no more layers of my fear, my insecurity, my selfishness, my greed, my self centeredness that I need to get rid of. I've got it. Look at me. Empress energy. It talks about I either think I'm attractive in the world and I think people are going to want to work together with me because I think I'm attractive, or I do have money and materialism or status or image or power, and I think there's going to be people who want to work together with me, but I turn my back. I will not listen to my intuition. Our intuition was given to us as a gift to grow and mature ourselves. You're being kind of selfish and greedy. You're being kind of bossy and controlling. You're kind of being immature. You really shouldn't do that. I don't think that's a good idea. And some people are like, shut up. I make the rules. If I say it's just and fair, it's just and fair. And some of you who are in relationships like that, you did listen to your intuition, which was telling you you need to exchange foundations and quit investing in this person. And you need to heal. And you need to self reflect and see the truth that being in a relationship with someone like that is overwhelming. You can be in relationships with people who, because of how they view relationships, like, I have this and then you're supposed to give me this in return. Um, if it's love that you're giving them and you're supposed to be like the loving, encouraging, supportive person in the relationship, to make the relationship kind of work while they focus on whatever they focus on, maybe having the status or the image or the power or the looks or the money. Um, it's like trying to fill an empty hole. They're like a black void. They want. And um, you can never fill someone up. If they haven't learned to love and believe in themselves, and you're supposed to make them feel better and make them feel filled up, or you're supposed to fill this certain role and they do this and you do that. Some people are very rigid in their thinking, but otherwise it's overwhelming being in a relationship with someone like that. If they're kind of cold and detached and kind of bossy and controlling or self-centered and egotistical, yeah, it's just overwhelming to be in a relationship with someone like that. So I think some of you have moved on. As you're moving forward, you could have communicated to someone else, or someone could have communicated to you that they would like to be in a relationship with you and heal things. And right now, if you're not in the relationship, I think people are taking time to kind of work through, trying to work through the Nine of Wands, because we have the Knight of Wands is holding one wand, and then we have the Ten of Wands, and it's about completing a cycle to have a brand new beginning. But it's going through, everybody could be thinking about the Two of Wands, dreaming about what could be. Three of Wands, taking action or communicating about that dream. Four, coming together. Five, working through your inner conflict and stuff about people having different ideas of what it means to come together in a relationship. Six of Wands, everybody kind of getting out of their pride and ego and moving forward, kind of on the same page. And Seven of Wands, working through your defensive nature and defending the relationship. And then the Eight of Wands is moving forward and the Nine of Wands is defending it. And are we going to defend it, or are we going to be defensive to it? And some of you that are moving forward in some some other people that you might have communicated with could be people who would like to exchange some time, energy, and effort with you, but they might know that in order to do that, there are some things that they need to heal from because you've done that. and they might have some issues of their own they need to deal with. Let's go see what's going on. I think high vibe people are listening to their intuition. They're being bold and brave, doing the work to heal and get balance within themselves. They're working through all could be their responsibilities of and just working through all those thoughts within themselves. And if they really want, if there's people in their life that they think they would like to communicate with and work with, right now they're just getting to finishing out a cycle about that to decide, am I willing to take that new, bold, brave, confident action in my life? Or am I maybe going to just stay overwhelmed and keep living life the way I've lived it? So tell us, what's coming up in the future for people who harness high vibe Libra energy? The Tower. The Tower is when people have worked through a cycle, they've done the work to see the truth and to see what they need to let go of. Ways of being or thinking about ourselves and the world that we realize like we've outgrown. I can't keep living my life that way. I've outgrown it. I need to let those old ways of being go. If I was in a relationship or a workplace or a friendship, I've seen the truth. This isn't my truth. Other people that I might be working with aren't stable, or they try to build relationships more on repeating these old patterns or fear or insecurity or ego or immaturity. And I don't want to be in that type of foundation anymore. And I'm letting it go. And the Chariot card is about getting in the driver's seat of your life from a place of love, because the Chariot card is Cancer energy. I am going to get in the driver's seat of my life out of love and respect for myself and belief in my dreams. I'm going to love my own unstable foundation. I'm going to offer love to my fears, to my insecurities, to my own self-limiting beliefs, to take the reins of my dualistic nature. And it's like, I'm not going to let my shadow nature and other people in my life who might be hurtful, unkind, selfish, greedy, prideful, egotistical, bossy, controlling, stop me from my dreams coming into reality. I'm detaching from those people and wishing them peace, and I'm moving on. And I want to work together with people. I want to be at peace within myself, and I've done that work within myself to reconcile myself with the past, to be balanced within myself. I've learned to stand up for myself and get out of my own shadowy nature, my own egotistical, competitive, prideful nature. If there's people in my life who aren't being loving and kind and encouraging and supportive, I wish you peace. That's not the type of people I want to stand up for and defend in my life. I want to stand up and defend the people in my life who are loving and are emotionally balanced, who do work together with me from a deep emotional, balanced, loving foundation. And I'm letting those other people go. And I'm just going to move forward that if that's how they want to live their life, that's how they want to live their life. Hope it works out for you. I've healed. I've seen the truth. That some people are overwhelmed and they never work through their fear and insecurity. Other people are immature players. I see the truth of it. Some people are very self-centered, bossy, and controlling, and prideful and egotistical. I see the truth of it. And the truth is what sets us free, so we can let go of those old foundations and those people and move on victoriously from a place of love. I wish you peace. I hope it works out for you. Love is what helps us heal. Being bitter, being angry, being in our ego, being defensive. We can all go through that stage, as part of the process of healing. Oops. Oh, shit. Second time I have tipped something here. With my only 2 pieces of furniture in my house as I'm moving. Okay, tell us about the people that are in shadowy Libra energy. What are they going to do in their life? Well, a card not showing itself, But the reason it came out is because of the Five of Wands, which is Leo energy. I think when we're I think we know when we're kind of being a shit. If we're being stubborn and prideful and egotistical and bossy and controlling, I think we know we're kind of, to some people, to a degree. Some people don't realize how self centered or bossy and manipulative or whatever they are, but they are. Anyway, I think we always have inner conflict if we're in our shadowy nature. And that's why most people are inspired to do work to heal themselves from it, because who likes to be in a place of inner conflict? The Five of Wands can also be people who are very prideful, egotistical, self-centered, and competitive in the world. So I think with this card not showing itself, on one hand, people have left their life. People who harness this energy in a high vibe way have left their life. And they harness this energy in a shadowy way, but they don't want people to know that. And that's why they have inner conflict. Most people in the world try to present themselves, to get people in relationship with them. Oh, no, I'm just, I'm fair, I'm loyal, I'm committed, I'm not selfish, I'm not greedy, I'm not prideful and egotistical and competitive, but they are. That's the Five of Wands. And they hide their true nature. So let's see what it is. Eight of Swords. The people in their life who give, again, the maximum in each deck, each suit is 10. High vibe people give a lot of thought to what is loving and what isn't loving, in how they live their own life and how they interact with others. And because some of these shadowy people have a lot of inner conflict about dealing and thinking about what is love and what isn't loving, because maybe they kind of like things to be their way, and they like the scales tipped in their favor, or they're kind of prideful or egotistical or whatever, or just have a lot of fears about love. The loving people have left their life. That could cause them some inner conflict. For some of them, they don't like it that you saw the truth of who they were, that they're very prideful and egotistical, especially if they're narcissists. They like people have this illusion that they maintain in the world and that they have about themselves, and they want other people to view them that way. And if you saw through the illusion, that causes them a lot of inner conflict, because you know the truth of who they are, that there's someone who has a lot of fears and insecurities and fear about love. And from some people who are just in more worldly Libra energy, they could have a lot of inner conflict, because there could be people they would like to work with in their life who are loving and do like the job that they would like to do that they love, but they just don't know if they were to get in that job and pursue what they really love doing, or to be in a relationship with people they really love. They don't know if they would have like the stability and the security and the image and the money and all those things that they want. And it keeps them kind of in a mental prison. And they just have all this inner conflict. And if they're in their shadowy Libra energy, which is what we're talking about, they could decide, and again, instead of listening to their intuition, which their intuition, again, has their best interests at heart, they choose to, because their intuition is telling them, love and believe in yourself. Be bold and brave and confident. Maintain balance within yourself and heal from, some of your self-limiting beliefs and stuff that overwhelm you. Or, why do I hide my creative, inspired, intuitive nature? Why don't I take action on the things that I would really love to do in my life? We need to work through those things. Why do we have all these thoughts up in our head? Did Aunt Sally, Uncle Bob put them in our head? Did we put them all in our head? Did, society put them in our head? The truth is, we have the free will to live our life whatever hell way we want to. Let the world judge away. I'm going to love the people I love. I'm going to do the job I love. And I'm sorry if you don't like that I'm doing the things that I love, but, I'm doing what's truthful and honest to me. Why do you have a problem with that? And some people really do have a problem with that. you know even the fact that you're just and fair and balanced and loving, some people have a problem with that. because they're not just and fair and balanced and loving, but they like to present themselves as being that way. But the fact is, you've really done the work within yourself to be that way. You're not wearing a false mask. You're not pretending to be something then you're not. You're not petty and jealous and envious and competitive. You treat people with love and respect and kindness. Other people just wear a false mask of being that, of looking like they're just and fair and loving to get other people to be in a relationship with them. But the truth is, underneath the surface, they could be the Six of Pentacles or the Six of Cups, can be people who harness their Scorpio energy in a shadowy way. They present themselves as being this emotionally balanced, loving, just, fair people, but they're really superficial and emotionally shallow. And they keep their emotions buried beneath the surface. It's just to present this illusion so people will get in relationship with them. But their true nature is to operate from their emotionally defensive, egoic nature. It's like being strategic. And if I present myself this way, then people will want to be in a relationship with me. But you're the real deal. And that can really kick up their shadow competitive nature. They also might not like that you're not in a mental prison about them the way they wanted you to be. And maybe you're more balanced between your mind and your heart because you're not in your ego about them. It's like, I found you competitive, jealous, petty, competitive, prideful, egotistical, and I've really taken some creative, inspired action in my own foundation to love and believe in myself and heal. And some people, it makes them feel powerful and they want to have that impact on other people. I'm going to do these things to turn my back on you, and maybe it'll cause you all this inner conflict and you'll feel overwhelmed, and I feel so powerful. I'm more powerful than you. It's just a way, again, to try to, in some people in their ego, to make them feel like they're better than you. And it's like, yep, you won. You did do that. I was up in my head for a while, but now I'm over it. That could really bug them because then they don't feel like they have power and control over you anymore. So, anyway, that's what I got for right now. I think you high vibe people are going to move forward victoriously with loving, bold, brave, confident people in your life. And you're going to let the past people live their life whatever the hell way they want to live their life. Peace out. I wish you peace, love, and joy. Bye bye.